What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Slam Nest podcast. I am your glorious host, the red-headed demon superhero Joe. Joined by the boys today. We got What It Is 98, the moderator and dad of all of it, keeping us in check. The blue-haired bandit, Chiplet 6. The shiny knee Chip Skylark looking motherfucker over there, Ekkus Colt. What's up, babes? How are y'all? Why everybody look so mad?
We're all very upset.
Eric looks so mad at me all the fucking time, and then like he'd be
What
like,
do
"Man,
you mean?
he'd be like, I'm just joking," and I'm like, I don't know.
Come on.
Like I was so Marshall, I don't know if you know.
I can't read you, bro.
Actually, I'm gonna start this. I want to talk about my Twitch beef real quick, Eric. That shit made me so mad.
That was amazing, dude.
No,
shout
that was
out.
pretty good. Like I didn't even say anything. I just stayed muted and I just enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Quickly, we want to shout out Rot Nest for the awesome podcast we had with them. The boys were incredible to have on.
Thank you guys. Appreciate the
We love
time.
y'all. We're looking
Fucking
forward to
awesome.
getting more bands on here. Looking forward to having a lot more idiots and a lot of metalheads. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm really fucking excited. Anyway, Twitch beef. So I was streaming, and usually my Saturdays are kind of. I start at 6:30 my time. I usually I might do reactions. I might jump right into a game. I had plans, prior engagements, as I'd like to put it.
Plans, bitch.
And I had plans to do a raid in Destiny at 9 o'clock. So they were playing Apex, by the way, Marshall. I just want you to know, like they were playing Apex. I ain't get no invite. I ain't get no tweet.
We didn't want to play Apex.
I
We didn't want to
had-
put you through that. We were looking out for you because
Hey.
we're friends.
That is such a bullshit fucking answer.
Is it though?
I
None of us
re-downloaded
wanted to
it and
play it
everything.
anyway.
Anyway, so I'm streaming and doing my reaction stuff, just kicking it. I think you were in there for a minute, Marshall, and all of Eric's 12, 15 something chat members come in there and like, hey man, play Dead by Daylight, you pussy. All of them. I just didn't know what to do.
Which,
and I was
which
like,
I didn't really want to play either, but you know, that's the only two options that I have right now.
It's goofy.
Yeah.
It's goofy fun, and I did enjoy it whenever we do play it. It's always fun. We have everybody, but they all start calling me out, and I was like, nah, man, sorry guys, I already have plans. In like 30 minutes, I have 5 other people waiting on me. And they all like, boo, your ass, Joe. Boo, boo. So they all leave. I go from I was at 10 viewers or something, and then they get in there. I'm like around 20 or something. I was like, oh, cool, whatever, right? So then they all my numbers go from 20 to like 9, and I was like, bunch of assholes. No, and so I pull up Eric's stream, and he's like, fucking Joe, man. The whole I'll have to post the clip on socials and
It's
stuff.
good,
It's
dude.
so fucking
It's
funny.
good.
He's sitting there, him and his mod Max are talking shit, and they're just being funny. Obviously they were playing, but it was just really fucking funny. Meanwhile,
It's a good time.
they're like, you don't even like Dennis. You don't want to play with Dennis. You weren't even there for his birthday. Knowing I was the next night. Meanwhile, Dennis has been quiet this entire time, not backing me up. And I was just like, this is a mutiny, and I'm not a big fucking fan on it.
It was glorious. It was absolutely glorious. Watching it from your point of view, I think, was the highlight of my month so far. It's pretty great.
I got really extra animated because the missus and my daughter were not in the house, so I was like, motherfucker, I was raging.
It's like I'm feeling
I'm
a
gonna
fight,
start
Eric.
swinging. Yeah, I'm gonna start swinging. I swear.
I was also a couple of drinks in, so I was like,
Oh my
was
god, that shit
heated.
was funny.
yeah, no, I hate and love Eric with all my heart.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
All right,
That's a good segue to how I feel about the new and upcoming hit show.
Upcoming.
Oh yeah, it's already fucking out, isn't it?
It's like 3 episodes in, isn't it?
No, it's only a single episode right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's gonna release every Wednesday.
Ladies
We
and
are
gentlemen, this
talking
is the
about
Halo segment.
Halo. I'm gonna be very short with it because there's only one episode actually.
And you're the
But-
only one who's seen it.
I've seen
Yeah,
clips.
I'm the only one who's seen it.
I've seen
You
the
made it seem like you
TikToks
saw
on
the
it.
whole season already.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly. But no, yeah, it's super butt cheeks. Like if you don't have Paramount, then don't even bother like
I
watching
mean, I
it.
have it, but no, I didn't really want to watch it.
And on top of like,
bootleg
if you're a Halo fan, then you're super not gonna like it because it's just not cool at all. Like, do y'all want spoilers? Do y'all care?
I don't
Yeah,
care.
I
Hit it.
None of
Yeah,
us are gonna watch
Spoiler
it, yeah.
warning
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
listeners
Should I
and,
spoil it?
and video watchers. If you do not want to know about Halos, you need to skip to like
Okay.
the what minute are we're at 5 minutes. All right, cool. Skip to the 10-minute mark, and you'll probably find a new subject that we're talking about. Spoiler warning.
Nah,
Now, no, I'm just kidding.
All right, so look. So the damn franchise is called Halo, right? But that's not even like the most iconic thing in the franchise. What is? Y'all tell me.
Master Chief.
Master Chief.
Yeah.
His helmet, bruh. Master Chief, his helmet, bruh. Bro, I shit you not, bruh. The last 30 minutes of the episode, he drops that hoe. Like, he doesn't even wear it, bruh. Yes, like same. Like,
Is the face
what
reveal?
the fuck is going on?
Is it a face
here?
reveal?
Like, right? It was a no, yeah, like it's a face reveal, and then you're like, okay, cool, like. Put it back on. And he's like, nah, and like tosses it. I'm like, what is going on, bro? And then we haven't even seen Cortana yet in the first episode. So I was like, damn, homie took off his helmet and threw it away before we can even see Cortana's titties. Like, what the hell is really going on? That's my problem.
I'm looking at it right now, and this is not at all what that's not at all what I thought he would look like.
He looks like a retired football player, bro.
He
Like, what the
does.
fuck is this?
One of the
I will
coolest
say
parts
this.
about Master Chief is that you never see him, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
You
the
never
illusion.
see him and his voice, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
I saw a good example is Transformers, hate it or love it. What made it so cool is that the original dude did Optimus Prime. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's fucking badass.
He also
Bro, they
voiced.
should-
He also did Predator too, like all those
Yeah.
little clicking noises.
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's fucking nuts. Just in case you guys didn't know that.
But Halo should have done the same thing, bro. That should have been Steve Downs and all that shit. And like that's my biggest problem with the show. There's like 10 million other fucking things about the show that is horrible. The CGI sucks. The elites look like fucking gross dinosaurs. It doesn't look like aliens to me. It's just dumb.
Gross
I don't know.
dinosaurs.
I like
Looks
so
like fucked up velociraptors or something.
Every time Master Chief opens his mouth, it's a fucking disgrace. It sucks.
so you don't like the voice at all?
Goddamn.
No, it's like he's not even fucking trying, dude. It's horrible, dude.
I keep hearing mixed reviews about it, like all through like TikTok and a lot of short clip videos about it. The thing that really baffles me is that the showrunners have said this isn't a separate Halo universe. It's not has nothing to do with the
Also-
games, which is like
Whoa.
Why the
why
fuck
would you do that?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we wanted to
don't
make
get
it our
that.
own thing and not have to worry about like. But who are you making this for? Probably like you trying to get more people to play Halo? Like I don't
See,
get
like that's not even the problem. Even like
because you could have done.
okay,
you could have had this
you can
dude do it.
have-
Go ahead,
Yeah,
go
you
ahead.
can have a separate universe, but like at least have the characters act the fucking same, bro. This is not Master Chief, bro.
You could have had
in
like,
the
somebody
books,
play
he's
Master Chief
literally-
and then had the original voice actor dub the fucking
Yes.
actions and shit. Like that would have been
Yes.
fine. I'd have been cool with it.
yes.
Well, it also
Yes.
just seems like you would have more content than you would ever need already from just the video games. And you said there's fucking books. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
why
books,
would
you ever
he's
decide to-
literally uncomfortable with removing his suit, bro. He does not like to take it off,
And that's one of
like,
the
he
coolest
does
things
it-
about him. Like you never
Yeah.
know what he looks like under there. It's fucking
Fucking does
that
it
element
the
of
first
mystery is
30
perfect.
minutes, dude.
That's
Sucks
so
ass.
stupid.
So is he
How
just
do you
gonna be
feel
unmasked
that-
the entire the entire series? now?
Yeah, like, and he does not put it
good.
back on, bro. Like, dead
no.
ass. Like,
That's
they're making
terrible.
it seem like he's not going to put it on because he's going rogue mode against the UNSC. So, like, if he puts it on, they see what he's doing and everything.
What is this, Halo 5?
However, I feel like they're gonna fix it with Cortana because Cortana hasn't showed up yet, and Chief needs
Hopefully.
the helmet if he wants Cortana, and
Okay.
that main wants
Well-
Cortana. She's got the titties.
I will say
What if they
the
fuck
armor
that
looks
up,
cool.
Marshall?
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, if they fuck that up, I mean, there's. I'm saying, bro, like the first 30 minutes of episode 2 sucks ass. I'm dropping that hoe. I ain't even gonna watch
think
that
the
shit.
other
It's already
Spartans look
renewed
cool.
for a second season too.
Is it
Oh,
really?
is it? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I think it
Oh
is.
man, I don't. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's fucking horrible.
hopefully the showrunners listen to some feedback and maybe incorporate some more of the elements of the game and the novels and stuff. Because I mean, like they have a really cool. What I was gonna say is the other armor, the other Spartans that I've seen again through clips and whatnot, they look really cool. I don't really care too much for the elites. I knew that they were gonna fuck that up because it's a very intricate looking alien, Same thing with the Prophet. The Prophet clip I saw, I was like, this motherfucker like a
I
fucking
think the Prophet looks
dingleberry.
pretty aight.
He looks like a dingleberry. Oh my god, like it's terrible.
It's okay.
I mean,
It's
DLCs
just
aren't
the
that
fact-
complicated, right? I mean,
It's just the
a lot
fact
of it's
that
just
it looks
fucking
like
armor.
it looks like a YouTube fan made fucking video, bro. It does
Yeah.
not look like a Paramount project. What the fuck is this?
They have a really cool universe, and they have a lot of stories that if this does really well, they could tell an ODST story and make it a they have a really good palette. Like if you were trying to get Paramount to be a successful platform, Halo probably would have been the thing. Had you guys been like, yeah, we're not going to do anything that you guys are expecting. It's going to be completely brand new.
Right,
That's
like,
fucked up.
exactly, completely. Like what you said, like a rich franchise and universe, and we out in the middle of the desert. Like what the fuck?
It's so off the wall. I will say that, like, again, I think the Spartan armor looks good. I think that they did a good job of, at least like Chief's armor looks cool when it's on. And the one first person perspective I saw, I was like, that's kind of cool. I haven't seen anything like that since the Doom
It's pretty
movie.
cool. In that fight, they showcase a lot of like what Halo's about with like getting on turrets and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. And then like picking up guns on the floor and shit like that. They were doing that a lot. So
Well, they did that shit in Dread too. You remember Dread? I think it was
Yeah,
like
Dread
2010 or
was
something.
fantastic.
That movie was fucking tight. But yeah, they did the same kind of.
oh, you mean
first-person-
like Judge Dredd?
Yeah, the remake or the reboot. or
Oh,
whatever.
the remake.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't
And
I
that
hadn't never seen that.
Carl
Yeah,
Urban,
so
right?
Carl Urban, yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Fantastic.
sick, bro.
Dope.
He was in the Doom movie too with The Rock, and
Yeah.
his little
Yeah.
FPS moment was cool. I liked it. It
Yeah.
was whatever. It
Yeah.
was like one of the redeeming qualities about that
Yeah.
movie.
That movie was ass.
Oh,
Thanks,
100%.
Rock.
Yeah.
Fucking
No,
garbage.
it's completely ass. I love it. It's great. It's
It is
good
It's
fun.
cheesy.
ass.
Yeah.
It's a fun
Yeah.
dude. See, that's what I was hoping for Halo, bro. I wish it was like a fun cheesy little thing, but it's just
Like they're trying too
It's just
hard
straight ass.
and it's ass. Yeah, that sucks, man. I hate that for Halo because again, you have this cool universe and you could probably tell a whole bunch of really cool stories.
You called them
Get
showrunners because
Nathan Fillion could fucking do an ODST jump or as Buck. That'd be
Right.
really fucking cool. And he still looks the same age and everything from the game. Like oh my god, you kill it.
that'd be sick. Yeah.
$1 million
I mean,
idea.
and we-
Yeah, you called them showrunners, bro, because they show running a train on my ass, bro.
That's a good point though. Marshall. Like we all like ass, but we like voluptuous ass. We don't like the
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jack in the Box
Booty.
commercial for flat buns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody
that's
likes
what-
pancake cheeks.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, sorry, no.
I don't know. Maybe they'll fix it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Who knows?
Yeah, but that's
How would they save it though?
hot take
Marshall?
or not?
How could they?
How would they save it?
How could they
Like,
save
what,
the
what
show?
I just said with
No.
with
I'm
Cortana,
talking.
bro.
So okay, Cortana. Yeah, if he puts his helmet on, but I'm saying like, are the fight scenes kind of ass, or like is the set pieces kind of crazy, or like it's not? Is
bro,
it?
like
Can they?
the first death
change the
is
scale?
crazy.
So like, is it storytelling wise? Is it like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool? Is it just everything else around it sucks? Him with some-
Storytelling sucks too, bro. Like I don't even know what the fuck. Like what you said, it's brand new stuff going on. And I don't even know what the hell's going on at all.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell like where even is like. Do they know what about Halo and do they even know about Covenant yet? And like,
So are they
I guess
fighting like
sure
on
don't
Earth
know
right now,
about-
or Reach or some shit?
That's the thing. Reach still exists apparently. So I'm like
What?
it's 25. It's 2552 and Reach is still a planet. And I'm like, what's going on?
So
man?
technically, this would be all before Reach, then, right?
Well, it sounds like it would be hard to explain all that shit in just one episode.
But
too.
here's
But they
here's
could.
the thing, bruh. In 2552, the first Halo and Halo 1 CE, that joint has already blown up. Halo 2 is going. So we've already seen the flood and everything. So Reach is still popping, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Because
Bruh.
Chief
Well,
was
if they
brought
said
on
that they were
in
doing
Reach.
their own universe, then none of that shit matters anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's what makes it confusing though, because like, then what the hell is going on? Like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, if it's 2552 and Reach is still up, like, what the
The biggest
what else is different?
plot hole I saw was what that really messed up the continuity of the show is like there's that scene with the Prophet and there's that human there, right? That's like
Yes.
and everybody that goes against and the dude I was watching talk about it, he's like
Everything.
that goes against everything the Covenant believe in. They fucking hate humans.
I was watching it with Brenna and I was like, man, this Prophet like should backhand the shit out of this bitch. I was like, I cannot believe she's talking to him like this. No,
Hey,
yeah,
She's like
that
an
was pretty fucked
assistant
up.
or some shit. Yeah. Hopefully they can
Yes.
redeem it. Maybe they can come up with some really cool fight scenes, maybe some really upscale like big battles, because it's all there. You could totally.
I mean,
gonna
it's
help
obvious.
anything, though. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
if
it's
the story
obvious you're gonna
sucks,
be there.
the fuck are you gonna do? Yeah, and it sounds like Marshall, like what you're talking about, like all that stuff is fine anyway, but it doesn't save the show for you. You're there for the story and the lore and the portrayal of
exactly
something
what
that
I said in the beginning of my case is like, if you're not a Halo fan, then you might like it, but if you're a Halo fan, then fuck that shit. That shit is horrible.
Which is I mean,
garbage.
Why the fuck would you not cater to that fan base making a Halo show?
Yeah, they definitely should have focused on that.
You kind of feel like
damn.
Microsoft dropped the ball on this, because like, I don't want to talk too much about Halo Infinite, but you feel like they kind of have dropped the ball on some of the things that they could have had for Halo Infinite. And it's like, what are you guys doing with this IP, this golden IP that was meant to ascend Microsoft even further with Infinite? We were expecting Infinite to be this, and it's a great game, don't get me wrong. We've talked about it before. It has a lot of fun aspects to it. The campaign was pretty fun. I enjoyed it, despite it missing some shit. But it's like, y'all were supposed to take this and go to the top with it, because you're competing with the Souls games, you're competing with Call of Duty, you're competing with all these big blockbuster AAA games, all that. Kind of fucked it up a little bit. Like the multiplayer like reveal, like where you could play it early, was cool. The seasonal content that you're doing right now is kind of fucked. The lack of feedback, or the lack of responding to feedback from fans has been, they've been trying, but like, it's like, this is basic shit you should have that you have in your other games.
343 should not be the only company that's working with Halo, bruh. I've always thought that, because like Halo, bruh, we keep saying it. The franchise is the story is so rich, the lore is so rich. There's so much to it, bruh. Halo could be as big as fucking Mario if they just gave the title to other developers to touch it. Like,
wow,
could you imagine? You know how they have like Mega Bloks Halo stuff. So imagine a Mega Bloks Halo game, bruh.
That'd be cool.
That shit would pop the fuck off.
Yeah. Imagine like all the different stories you could hear. Like, look at Star Wars, for example. Star Wars is dipped in with EA. I think Crystal Dynamics is working on a game, and then there was a whole bunch of other ones, but they've taken it and they did a Soul style Star Wars game. They do Battlefront. They do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, different takes on the world, and that's what they should have done. You can't just have a strategy game and call it that.
There's no argument that Halo kind of meets with Star Wars in that regards. The only thing they're missing is movies. They have the books and
they don't need to make a Halo movie right now. Not with you being the critic you are.
Fuck nah. They almost tried it. I bet it would have been cool too. Who was
they
trying
wanted
to direct it?
I don't remember who, but they wanted like Dave Bautista or something to play Master Chief at one point. Or I might be thinking of Gears of War. I think I might be thinking of Gears of War actually, because I remember they wanted all these meatheads to fucking play all that. But all right, let's switch gears because the Halo segment has concluded. All right, what did I say we were going to talk about? Something about metal.
I don't know. MGK, I know, but
I want to. Do I want to start with the bad or the good?
Yeah, I definitely.
Well, we've already said the name.
Yeah, I'd definitely say let's start with the good.
MGK has. Oh, you want to start with the good?
Let's start with the good first. Paleface, who is Switzerland beatdown band, who's been making a lot of strides this last year. Like, I would compare them very much to Crystal Lake in the amount of content that they have made within, the time frame that they have. Like 2020 was my year for Crystal Lake. I thought they were putting out all this crazy shit, blah blah. I've talked about it before. I feel like Paleface is on that stride this year with all of the really cool, intricate music videos, the collaborations with, what was it, Landmarks, and then they just dropped a 15-song album. That is just, for a beatdown band, like, I think that's fucking.
Yeah, that's like an hour long. Yeah,
I think that's some
shit.
That's some
shit I want some street soldier to do, man. I'm tired. I'm so tired of like cool bands that are just mean and rough and fucking 2-3 EPs.
Yeah, 100%
song EPs.
This is a testament to where music is going in the metal genre. I think like it's these new trendsetters that are kind of putting other bands on blast to a certain degree. I think this is incredible. I haven't listened to the whole album, but I've listened for maybe at least 4 or 5 songs so far, and it is It's mean, man. It's so mean.
Or
The
a
call
lot of
outs.
the tracks are like over 6 minutes long.
And it's and there's not a lot of bands that can pull that off, and it makes sense. I mean, Eric, you write and do music too. Could you imagine doing a couple of 6-7 minute songs? I can't even imagine listening to 6-7 minute songs like that. Fuck.
Yeah. It just, I mean, like, it's exactly what you guys are talking about. The game is changing. So what most bands are doing nowadays are they have an album and they're sitting on it. So what these guys are doing is maybe once every month or 2 months, they'll put out a single with a music video. So by the time that the album comes out, you have 6 or 7, oftentimes even more than that, maybe up to 10 singles with music videos, and you get 3 tracks that you haven't heard before on the album that they put out.
Right.
Granted, that's not what everybody likes. I understand that, but
What's the game there?
Smart. The game there is people's fucking attention spans. There's so much shit out there now, but if you're putting out a new single and a new music video every month or every couple months, it keeps you relevant. If you put out a big ass album that takes a shit ton of work, and people will forget about it in maybe a month.
People won't even probably listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, so
unfortunately.
what they're doing is it's strategic and it's smart, and a lot of bands are moving over to that, that kind of structure or way of doing things. But there are still some of us who are a little old school, and we like full length albums, and we'll stick with that shit for months at a time.
But there's I'm sorry to cut you off. There's bands that really pull it off though, like Acacia. Acacia, man, 2020 was like fucking releasing EPs and albums out the fucking asshole. They release music all the time.
Yeah. But do you see anybody talking about those?
Yeah,
like, I know it was a while ago, but still.
I mean, it was all over XM, and people were putting it in their tops,
Sure.
for the year.
Yeah, but just for a bit though.
The mass is what you're saying.
If you can turn a month or 2 months into 6, 7, 8 months. I mean, I get it. I really do understand why they're doing it, and it is smart. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit you guys, but I mean, I'm on the fence about it because I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about kind of doing the same thing, just because like when I put an EP out, it's nice for a week, but then everybody's like, it just fucking disappears.
I've been jamming that shit, by the way. That shit has been getting me through my mornings. I'm gonna let you know that.
Let's go. There you go.
Koba is fucking tough.
But yeah, when you're doing the same amount of work, but you're just prolonging how often, or I mean, how long you're going to be relevant for, and if as long as you're sitting on content and putting it out, like I said, every couple months or so, like you're going to prolong how long people are going to be interested in what you're doing. So it's just because of the sheer amount of content nowadays. Like, you have to some way keep yourself relevant, and it's a good way to do it. So
I mean, that's a fair point, but at the same time, it's really aggravating when the band doesn't pull through. Like Street Soldier, man, I love those guys, but fuck, man, it's they released a 5-track EP, and like they're it's beatdown, so it's like 2-minute tracks, and I love this shit, but I want some more shit. And it's been like fucking years, I think now.
There's that appeal too, though, like in that sense, like where you don't know when you're gonna get it, and when you do get it, you get that hype about it. Like Kubacon's a good example, where they'll do 1 or 2 songs with a video or a song, and then you're hooked, and then we won't hear anything until the rest of the album comes out. Like, I think their album comes out April 1st, but they released stuff in February, and they released another track in March, right? So it's kind of like there's a little bit of hype build up. And then I think immediately they're going on tour with Knock Loose and stuff like that. So there is a little bit of hype around certain bands, but I think it's a testament to what Eric was just saying, like maintaining relevancy. And unless you're a diehard, the masses probably aren't going to stick with you the entire fucking time.
Especially like how people are finding music nowadays too, bro. It's all through like a goddamn Spotify playlist. So you're not, more often than not, people listen to your song once and they're like, this shit's fucking sick, I'm gonna put it on my playlist, but they don't go to your page. They don't look at the rest of your library or your
project.
discography.
You think so? You think that's the majority of people?
I don't know if it's the majority, but a large percentage. I think that it's really hard to gain retention.
I've always felt like that metalheads kind of do that. I think if you are a metalhead, you have the tendency of going down that rabbit hole. So,
but it's not just about that anymore. It's this new generation too.
Yeah.
Like this is how they do shit, bro. Like we thought our attention spans were short, which they probably are compared to the boomers, but these fucking Gen Z kids, dude, like there's so much shit. Like they cannot fucking sit still. And I'm not
That's
speaking
true.
about everybody.
Right.
Like, I'm sure there's still people out there who, you know, want to support and get really into a band, and that's fucking great. That's
what's it
how
all
we
about.
are. You know?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
goddamn, guys, you have to think about how old this genre is now, man.
sure. I mean, well, it's not really that old. Like the shit that I listen to, I know.
That's what I'm saying, but it's getting old. You know, like I'm talking about like metal as a whole, like a extreme music. Like you can go back as like, you know, late '80s and like '90s and stuff like that. Just think about like Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that. Going into now, if someone wanted to dive into metal and know everything about it, they got a long ways to go now.
True.
You know,
And that's a good tie into the mainstream stuff that we're seeing today. And there's you know, like I love seeing some bands break out and get into the mainstream. I think Spirit Box is an example. They've been on a lot of stuff, especially last year. That was their year. And this year you still see Courtney being a front runner for that kind of like female vocals. This is the new standard to a certain degree as far as metal goes. And you're starting to see more eyes get on it. And you're starting to see more listeners and a lot of new people get into metal. And I agree, like the mainstream side of it, it's starting to pull in a lot of people. But if I'm new to metal and I listen to something like Spirit Box, I'm like, oh, I dig this. That might be my only band I fuck with. Or if I do go down a little bit rabbit hole, I'm only going down a rabbit hole of something that sounds just like that. I'm not going to go listen to Cannibal Corpse. It's just, that's how a majority of people's brains probably work. You want more of the same.
If I'm a little white girl in my little Jeep, in my pink Jeep, and I hear Spirit Box, and I'm like, man, I am fucking digging this. What is this called? And you're like, this is like metal, right? I call this metal. And you're like, Spirit Box is like Tesseract and like underground prog bands, right? How the fuck is she gonna find that, bro? She's gonna look up metal, and like next thing she looks at is Disturbed. And
look,
or you can see like the artists like this, or you know, like in Spotify, it tells you like these bands have also been searched with this, or you know what I'm saying? Like there's probably another way for you to get more bands like that.
Check this theory. Let me know if I'm crazy. But I think you mentioned like late 80s, early 90s, Marshall. So I think back then, the accessibility is not anywhere near where it is today. So it was really hard to find. Like if you heard extreme music, you were like, holy fuck. Like you got to go to a record store and just go to that section and just grab some random shit.
You have to know about it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you
Underground
found shit. Or you just jump into the scene, and it usually takes fucking years for you to find out like what's actually going on. Then hop to the early 2000s, the grace period. So that's when shit was much more accessible, but not too accessible. There wasn't so much like how it is now with fucking Spotify and YouTube and all that stuff. It was the very beginning.
I feel like during those times were really when people would recommend bands that they have seen live. You know what I'm saying?
So, but that was that period. That was the grace period where it was like, it was manageable. But now I think it's too far gone. I think that there's too much shit, too much content, that it detours people from even wanting to go there, maybe. You know, like if you have so much other shit to listen to, and all you're doing is when you listen to music is hopping on a Spotify playlist, like it doesn't cater to.
My point was when I was growing up, what you said. I mean, we thought we had a lot too. We've got so much now. Like it's so much more different. When I was growing up, searching up on YouTube top 10 deathcore breakdowns.
That's how I found music. Crapcore.
Yeah. Yeah, and even then, there was just a way smaller amount of music to be found during that time. Even for me, like I mean, there wasn't a fuck ton of tech death bands around that time. There was Brain Drill and Cryptopsy, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But now there's Archspire and fucking the small stuff that I've gotten into, and Internal Bleeding and. Fucking, there's just millions of bands I can think of now.
The thing like that though is like it is accessible. To Eric's credit, it's like it's extremely accessible to where we're at now. But the way I feel like the culture is, as far as how metal goes, is it becomes very cult-like to a certain degree. Like if I like a band, just like you just mentioned those bands that I've never heard of them before in my life, but you know them, and there's probably a whole bunch of people that know them. And that's like it develops this like mini community to a certain degree where you're like, that's like a cult thing. Like I have this hidden gem, no one else knows about it, blah, blah. And there's a lot of that in that. But the problem now is that stuff is starting to become mainstream and starting to get to that. And I think what sucks the most is that we're losing that cult like following. Because I love having bands and being like, this is my band. And then whenever I hang out with you, Marshall, I'm like, hey man, check this out. Like, I know you've never heard of them because they're super underground, blah, 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 blah. So, very much like a lot of the stuff that we all like, and we all have our separate music tastes, but I love that aspect of it. And that's what I think I'm more afraid of, is losing that.
It's
culture.
already lost.
How is it lost? Please
Look at the
please tell
80s.
me.
Look at hair metal. You remember those giant fucking bands, bro? Giant, larger than life, playing arenas.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Selling out fucking
You see
shows
that
left and
anymore?
right.
No, you see that with The Weeknd and fucking what, I don't even know who else, rappers and the what's her face, fucking Doja Cat or
Cardi
some
B
shit.
or
Like, it makes me
whatever,
want to
I don't know,
fucking vomit.
Oh,
You have
no.
it with that shit.
He said,
You
"Oh,
have it with
no."
that shit. But bro, it's that era. That era is gone. And hopefully maybe one day we could get it back, but it's not like that anymore. There's no larger than life fucking bands that actually
I just love that
least
Eric
not
was
in
like,
America.
Eric's gonna be an old man like, goddamn Doja Cat ruining my goddamn music. Just
fucking bitch.
At least in America for me, like, because when I see fucking festivals happening overseas in France and like Hellfest
Oh,
and
yeah.
Download
Yeah.
and stuff, man, they are fucking throwing down with some metal.
Oh, for sure.
man.
But I mean, and there's still bands that are big. I mean, like fucking Slipknot and Korn, and they're huge.
Bring
but it's
bring
not the
those same bands that are playing over there that are pulling crowds overseas, play them over here in America, and I guarantee you it wouldn't be the same crowd whatsoever.
Unless it's
I mean-
like something specific like Knotfest or Ozfest or some shit like that. But like even
Not
then,
even, like,
I was just
yeah.
saying, like, I mean, aside from us
just
starting a
try com-
bonfire at fucking Slipknot,
Just
that
try
was funny.
comparing that to fucking AC/DC or Van Halen or all these fucking boomer bands that were just fucking massive, dude. Like, just thinking about how big all those bands were.
with Woodstock '99, bro. Come on.
That's true, but that was 1999. How long ago was that now? It's 2022,
no,
bro.
No, that was like 5 years ago, dude.
No. So it's just, I feel like we've lost that a bit. And I'm not saying that it's not like we can't ever get it back. I'm just saying it would be really difficult to move from where we're at now. And just the sheer amount of stuff that's out there now, it's just become a different monster entirely.
So you think
So I
that
don't-
cult is like gone though? Like, do you think that that cult like
Not the
following
small
and
ones.
stuff?
No, I mean, there's cult-like followings for everything.
That'll always be around.
Yeah, they will, but it'll never be that big again.
I don't know,
think.
man.
Yeah.
I
How long
think
do you
the
think it'll be
genre.
that it'll come back? I don't know. Yeah.
I was just about to say, I think the genre is
Probably.
doing really good right now for as
Oh,
far as
yeah.
like extreme music, like as a whole, like
Yeah.
deathcore, death metal, all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, we were just talking about Paleface hitting 2
Paleface,
million
hit-
Spotify streams in like 24 hours.
That's
Yeah,
incredible.
but back-
2 million, yeah, and then not only them, but I so don't like the track and like have never been the fan of the band ever, but fucking Lorna Shore is ripping ass
Yeah,
cheeks,
Will
man.
has worked his
They're-
ass off. You got to give prop to Will. Because the way he does his voice obviously has been the thing that's kind of put them on the map. After coming back from their vocalist fuck up that they had with what's his name, and then
Yeah.
Lorna Shore came back in, fucking swinging, and Will, it's just really cool. It's a really cool come up, more or less. It was, I saw a clip with him with Courtney from Spirit Box, and they were like singing songs together. And I was like, this is fucking cool. Like,
Yeah, they were doing
Lorna
Holy
Shore was
Roller
not doing
together.
anything like this a year, 2 years ago. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So,
And it
props
is
to Will.
also cool for that subgenre too, because like
Yeah.
bands like that, like the heavier you get, the cap gets lower for how big you can get.
Fuck yeah.
And this has been happening for a while, man.
Yeah.
Infinite Annihilator, their last album hit #1 on quite a few charts, man. It's
Yeah.
that's sick.
It's beautiful.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. And that's fucking gruesome ass tech death. Like who the fuck?
But
That's what's up.
before we move on, I just want to say it comes back to our point of releasing music the way most bands are doing it now. And granted, I will say also that it's probably sometimes not even up to them. It's like this is the new thing that the label's subscribing to. This is how they're making them
it's
release
how they
music.
have
So
to.
Yeah.
so that's
it.
we can
Yeah.
say
Is
that.
Lorna through Metal Blade?
I'm not sure.
I can look it
I'm
up
not sure
really
what-
quick while we're.
Or is it
Yeah, I can
nuclear?
look it up.
It might be nuclear.
I don't think it's Nuclear Blast. I don't think so.
I'm looking
Metal
it up.
Blade sounds more
Century
sounds
Media.
closer.
Oh,
Okay. But
Century
what I was
Media.
saying is like just so much content. I feel that what I'm scared of is bands just becoming so disposable. Like,
Yeah.
because you have so much shit, it just goes back to that point of the cult following you were talking about, Joe. It's just because there's so much shit and there's always something else. There's always something else to move on. Like I don't know. The more shit, the more bands, the more good music that comes out, it's all fine and dandy, and it's awesome to see all that stuff. But people just, it's disposable.
What do you
That's
think
completely
about?
correct.
I was listening to a podcast recently with Matt Honeycutt from KubaCon. I know I can't bring up KubaCon, but he brought up a good point. Matt said,
they're good to bring up.
Yeah, Matt said he was like, "Hey, I'm at this point now in my career where I just want to tattoo and I want to be a barber and do all these other trades." He's like, "I want to do that." And the guy was like, "Well, what do you mean? What about the music?" He's like, I've done a lot. I made 3 or 4 albums and toured everywhere and done it." He's like, "I might as well try to get out while we've been on top." Like, I mean, you don't. What do you think about that? Like, should it get to a point to where bands can only get to a certain point and then not necessarily stop, but maybe
call it
like,
a day?
you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain point where I feel like that drop off would probably kill me more than like, if I made 3 albums and we blew up, cool. All right, see y'all later. Versus, we made 6 albums and the last 3 fucking sucked and we just lost money. And you know what I'm saying? Like, is there
if
a
it
payoff,
happens, it
maybe?
happens.
Yeah, right.
Because there's a lot of bands that have come and gone, obviously for whatever reason, but like,
That's fucked up though, man. Like if you're putting this much time and effort into something, especially something like music, like where if you're doing it the way you're supposed to do it, which I'm still happy to say that most, especially in our genre, people are still doing it that way. It's fucking pure emotion. It's so personal.
Yeah.
It's like if you're putting that much time and effort into it and you spent fucking 10 years on this project, I don't think anybody who's invested, that's what it takes to make this kind of music, is ever going to be like, nah, man, like I'm cool. Like we did some shit. Like I'm cool. What you're working towards is a fucking career. That's everybody's dream, right?
Yeah.
Who's making music is to like, I just want to be able to feed myself, live somewhat comfortably, and fucking make people happy.
But like, what's the cutoff in the sense that like where we're getting to the conversation point now to where we can talk about, this mainstream look, right? And these bands get to this point and doing all these things, and we're, to where some of it we agree with, some of it we don't. We get all these new people that like metal and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. At what point do we get to, I don't know, like if I was in a position with a band and we're killing it, blah, 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 and I'm happy with everything that's going on, and I'm like, you know what, I could retire right here and be good because, I don't know, I feel like that backlash or that, oh, you're mainstream now, you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point does the emotional toll kind of get into the point? Like, because we talk about these bands, and let's say Paleface has been killing it. 2 or 3 albums from now, they're killing it even more, and then they get mainstream. We hear them on the radio and this and the other, and they change their sound and they change everything that they're doing. Like, where do we get to that point of just, like as a band, like, oh man, are we doing the right thing? Like, what are we fucking doing? Are we making these decisions right?
Go ahead, Marshall.
I'm gonna go with the mindset of a fan that like, man, it feels way worse when a band retires or whatever happens, like disbands or just call it quits, whatever fucking happens, when they're on top and never release anything ever again.
Also, I don't agree with any of it. I just wanted to throw out a
worse.
topic point. I would love a band to go forever. I just want everybody to be like,
Right.
"Yo, you piece of shit."
But that just feels way worse. And like, for instance, A Day to Remember, dog. Like, I love that band. I love them to death. Like, they haven't released a single record that I haven't liked until the last one. And now I'm like, call it quits. The last one was bad, so fuck off. That's enough.
I just spilled my beer. My beer just shot out my nose.
Because
Bro,
you obviously don't want to. You obviously don't want to write that kind of music no more.
Yeah, I mean,
shot out
the
my nose.
probably aren't in it.
Oh,
I mean, but who are we to say? That's a fucking huge ass generalization. But that happens with every band, right? Like every band's got a fucking just ass album, and some of the times they come back and they can kind of fucking rework it and be all right, we're back.
I'll give it. I always think like 2-3, like if like.
Okay.
But like this fair. Last one was just that kind of bad, like just stop it.
I hear you.
Stop.
I hear you.
Yeah, it was.
But Joe, it's a like you bringing up Matt from KublaiCon, like it's a great example because a person like that, at least from what I've seen him talking in interviews and shit like that, like that's just a real ass dude. Like he's under no delusions of grandeur. He doesn't like he knows he's in a hardcore band, bro. He knows that there's a goddamn cap, and he's getting old, he's not getting any younger.
Yeah.
So his take on it, I fucking get that. And this is what a lot of people don't understand is like if you want a career in music, You're going to have to adapt and change. That's why we see such a large amount of bands changing their fucking sound, going more towards that radio shit, is because that's what people, unfortunately, the masses, not everybody's a musician. Not everybody appreciates it the way we do. Some people just want to hear a song that has a nice melody. They don't give a fuck about anything else. So I get it. I don't think it's the right move, but who the fuck am I? So like it all makes sense to me. And like I said, bringing up Matt, like that's just a real ass motherfucker. He gets it. He knows exactly where he's at. So the fact that he's
probably doesn't want to waste all his years and energy on.
And I don't fucking blame him, bro.
Genre, yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him at all.
Yeah, I mean,
makes you
completely.
appreciate the work that we did get from him and stuff. And I don't think they're retiring anytime soon. But it was just something interesting that he brought up, and it made me want to think about like where our cutoff is with certain bands and the emotional toll it might take on a band versus fans and stuff like that. I do because the interest.
I don't know, but then you still have bands like Terror, and they're gonna release a new album this year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
it's
yeah.
like I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just the fucking success rate is very low. So
It's kind of funny though because the people at my shop, I feel like a lot of people still believe that rock stars are still living that rock star lifestyle.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because I'll be listening to my crazy ass music and shit, and they'll be like, "Oh, they're super talented. I'm sure they, get all that money and stuff like that." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm sure he's like, a chef at an Applebee's or something."
Yeah, like a busboy somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Like that's just the reality of things that most people don't fucking get, dude. Like most of the metal community, especially the younger people, are like, they don't fucking think about that shit.
To circle back around to what you were saying though, that's probably why we see more people on social media and YouTube and TikTok and all that other stuff making a ton of content and making it last. Left to Suffer is a good example of like Taylor goes live like once a week and he'll record. He'll live stream his recording sessions to get people hyped about music, to get them to do whatever. And there's a lot of bands and a lot of musicians really doing that kind of thing, whether it's with guitarists or bassists or drummers, doing that kind of short form content and long form content to bring in more people. Everyone's turning into a business person in that sense because it's not about, I just want to make, you can say what you want. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I like making content, but it's not why I do it. I make content because I want more people to come and see my shit. I want to be able to sustain myself, and I want people to do whatever. And obviously I like making it to a certain degree, but my reasoning behind it is it's a business thing. I want the more people I get you to come to my store and buy something from my store, cool. I'll do whatever I need to do that. And you've seen a lot of bands do it, and it all circles back to what Eric was saying, is that this long game is the fucking move now with not just albums, but all aspects of content creation. Everybody's doing something like that. And I think it's a good play to a certain degree. I think it makes sense. And it's kind of exciting though at the same time to see some of this stuff. It does a good job of building up hype. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The more I think about it, the more I think it depends on the genre, the subgenre. Like y'all said, like Beatdown is most likely 2-minute tracks and small EPs and stuff. So if they were doing that, I would imagine that they would want to release that at least like 2 or 3 times a year, an EP. I mean. And do it a lot like how rappers do it, man. Just release singles every now and again. Yeah, mixtapes, exactly. And just like, because I mean, there's nothing to it, bruh. I mean, you just write a breakdown, do a couple of call outs, call someone gay, and
Oh god,
you got a Beatdown EP, bro.
That is not how Beatdown works at all.
I think it just depends on the person too. Right? Like, again, why Matt's a great example. Like, some people are okay with living that lifestyle for a long period of time, and they don't care about stability. They're so invested in how they've been living for that long, and they like making music and all that stuff, and all that shit's great. But Matt strikes me as the kind of guy he wants stability. He wants a fucking steady ass paycheck. He doesn't want to have to worry about, I mean, again, it's the long game. Like, he's in his 30s now, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
Like, I mean, fucking how long can you make that work?
Yeah. And then he said in that same podcast, he said when the pandemic started, he had to go work at Kroger bagging groceries. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
whoa.
That's fucking real shit.
That blew my mind because I thought that they were living a little bit, better and didn't have to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when he started being a barber and started doing that, because I'm friends with him on Instagram, and I started seeing him cut hair and stuff, and I was like, that's cool. Like, fuck yeah. But like, when I heard that on the podcast, I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't realize how real most of it was. And then like a week later, I saw Taylor off tour, and he was like at his job as a chef, like you said, Marshall. And I was like, "Fuck, dude, this is crazy." Like,
Yeah.
it puts you into perspective for sure. As the genre is thriving, but there's so much going on subgenre wise that not everybody can pillage off that success.
I just came up with like a way to solve it, like release as much music as you can, but like what can that solve if like you don't make any fucking money off of the streaming services? You know what I'm saying? It's not even just metal that's struggling, it's rappers and pop artists that aren't making much money off of it. You gotta
get creative. Look at somebody like Adam from Oceano. He streams on Twitch and does a fantastic job at it. I believe he's partnered on Twitch too, to where he has his own he has was it Black Mario on Twitch? Shout out Black Mario.
He's changed up, bro.
It's fucking fantastic regardless. Like his content is it's adapting and getting creative, because he'll do Matt Heffy from Trivium. He does his streams and he's sponsored by everybody on Twitch and does his guitar streams. He just writes music. He'll occasionally play games, and it's about adapting to the surroundings in that sense. So these bands definitely not only releasing music, and you see some of them doing it now, but the short form content, getting good with products and learning how to sell them and selling your merch and doing this, doing that.
And
it's a lot of people.
OnlyFans. I mean,
yeah, if you want it, go about it. I think Franz from Attila does that, and it's whatever. Like,
yeah, he definitely does.
You got to make your money. Do what you got to do, dog. Like, you got to adapt to the business.
Hey, hold up. Dennis said, yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah, he be posting that shit all over his fucking social medias.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're not subscribed to it or nothing?
Fuck no.
Safe space, Dennis. It's a safe space. You can be honest with us, babe.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
But it's like I said, like Eric was talking about, like the game is changing, and these bands, if they really want to get to a point, they gotta think outside that box. It can't just be all music nowadays, and unfortunately, that's the case. Is I can't just stream on Twitch and be successful. I gotta do all this other shit, and it's the same thing with musicians. They need to be able to adapt and do all this other crazy stuff. But I think bands just gotta go off the wall, man.
Too, bro. I think sometimes too. Bro.
I doubt it, motherfucker.
I really do.
I'm a little buzzed. I had 2 rum and cokes at the sushi bar, and I'm vibing. I'm drinking beer now. I'm pretty. I'm bubbly right now. You know what I'm saying? You know.
So like, is Coke the best mix? Like, are we being for real right now?
I think it's tied between Coke and Sprite, because a vodka soda, you go vodka Sprite, you go rum and Coke, or you go Jack and Coke, you can do a lot. And a lot of the times with those like little mixed drinks, it's always one of the two. It's always those two. You know, go get Dr. Pepper, and you can't do that. It just it don't roll off the tongue the same way.
Bro.
I love Dr.
Pepper, a Dr. Pepper and a Fireball, bro. I hate Dr. Pepper, but mix that with a Fireball and it's fucking flames.
I got you next time you come to the house, babe.
You gonna have me fucked up.
That's the plan.
What about you, Eric? What's your mixer?
I don't mix shit, bro. I drink wine. That's it.
What
Strictly.
what did you used to drink? I know you stopped you stopped not too long ago, but did you ever drink anything else? Were you into beer at all, or
nope.
Has it always been wine?
I mean, beers. It all tastes like shit to me. If I had my way, I'd still be fucking dabbing. So
you don't like wine like that?
Hell yeah.
No, fuck no. The only reason I choose wine is dude. It's because I can drink it fast and it has a high alcohol content. I'm after the buzz, bro. I'm not.
You're not really
sitting
okay.
here
You
sipping
should
this
try.
shit 'cause
You should try wine and sherbet ice cream.
I bet that's really good. That sounds really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And another reason why I chose wine is because it's the closest to like a high. It's a tired drunk.
Oh, you're smart.
You don't mix it with seltzers?
No, I don't mix shit, bro. I just fucking chug it as fast as I can.
Wine
get
makes
my
me
buzz,
horny.
and
I'm
I'm
not
chilling.
gonna lie. Every time I drink wine, I'm like, man.
What doesn't, bro?
No,
You're just
no.
a horny
You looking
motherfucker,
good.
bro. You just a
Wine?
horn dog.
We be playing Halo and I give call outs. Oh, I'm so horny.
That's not
I
exactly.
just hear Joe in the background all day long.
I'm telling you.
No, wine and tequila go straight to my pants. Everything else I can handle, be all right. for the most part.
Tequila. What the fuck are you doing
Gross,
to
I
yourself?
know.
What are you doing? Just wine and not enjoying the flavors? Oh my god, wine! There's
He's
so many
taking care of
good
his
wines.
kidney.
Oh my
He's
god!
taking care of his kidney.
Listen,
bro.
listen. When you get to, whenever
my
you come to
liver,
the
though.
South, and we're gonna learn you, baby. You're gonna be all right. I'm gonna take care of you. You're gonna be on vacation. You ain't gonna be able to tell me no.
Just because he's not from the South
Fucking
does not
watch
mean
me.
he doesn't know what Jack and Coke is, bro.
No.
I've
We're gonna
tried-
get him in
I've
there.
tried to-
Show him right.
Okay, hold on. One mixed drink I could do is a fucking Mai Tai.
Mai Tais are fantastic. I make a mean Mai
what?
Tai and Bloody Mary.
My dad makes
What's the-
incredible Mai Tais.
Is it some breakfast stuff?
No. It's like pineapple juice, rum. Some people put grenadine in it. A
Little tahini, you get a little spice in there. You get a little.
Yeah, it's actually like it tastes fucking good. That's the one alcoholic beverage where I'm like, all right, that tastes good.
So you're
It is
looking for-
fruity as shit. It is fucking girly as shit, and it
It is
will give you a
not girly.
hangover. It's pretty
is
girly.
pretty girly.
I make
It
a
tastes,
mean
it
Mai
tastes
Tai.
pretty girly.
And a Bloody Mary.
Yes,
Would you
I'm
like a
so
Bloody Mary?
delicious.
Let's do a Bloody
It's
Mary.
delicious.
I'll make you.
Delicious.
Let me make you a Bloody Mary. You probably.
Bloody
not-
Mary's it's just ketchup, bro. It's just ketchup.
I'm not talking to you,
It's
Marshall.
not, it's not sustainable,
fucking
dude.
gross.
Like that shit will
Shut up,
give you a
Dennis.
fucking hangover. That's the sugar shit. Like I can't do that.
A
I can
Bloody
do
Mary?
No, the Mai Tais.
Oh, okay,
It's-
okay.
It's a shit ton of fucking sugar. So that's not like I have no longevity in that. I drink fucking 4 or 5 nights a week. So I got to do something that's not going to give me a hangover and that will get me a buzz very quickly.
Have you,
and a buzz that's
uh,
more like a high than it is, drunk. So
Have you ever had a
wine
breakfast
works.
shot?
Have you ever tried DMT?
What are you, 12? Are you
Have you ever had a
are
breakfast
you
shot?
in a fraternity?
I just
A
wanna know.
breakfast shot?
Do you know what that is?
What is that?
So it's
Is
orange
that when
juice.
you wake up in the
Shut
morning
the
with cum in your mouth?
demonetized. Anyway, no.
God.
It's like a syrupy bourbon that you take a shot of, right? And then you immediately knock back a cup of orange juice and a piece of bacon, and that's the breakfast shot. It's fucking great.
Yeah, you're in a fraternity.
It's like a staple here in the South. What are we talking about
Bro,
here, dude?
what
are we doing?
Just get out of here.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
You're not from the South. You live in the hood.
Fuck.
All I know is like them styrofoam cups that you
With
can freeze
Hennessy.
and have Kool-Aid with Kool. Oh, okay. It's Kool-Aid, bro. Just
It's Hennessy. Everyone is. No, I like wine. When I got into wine was because of Tave. She's really into it, and she got me into reds and blends and shit like that. And I learned that because she worked at a fancy restaurant where she had to deliver the bottle and like uncork it and do it for her guests and whatnot whenever she was serving.
they had to
And
do what again?
delivering the wine and
No,
uncork it.
go back. No, let me
They
see
have,
it.
they have like
do it
this-
how?
oh, here actually I got a bottle of wine right here. She'd have to do
Okay,
like
they do.
she'd have to do
Uh-huh.
like this and
Uh-huh.
like do all
Ooh,
that
okay.
with the bottle and
Uh-huh.
like do a whole presentation with it.
He's superimposing a dick right there.
You're a what?
There you go.
Oh my god!
So like you
What is
learn
this
about
episode?
the smells and all that stuff and what it pairs with. And all, that's kind of fun. But I like drinking just to drink. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to wine, I think there's a lot of really good wines out there that taste great and get you fucked up and don't leave
No.
you feeling super shitty and hungover and tired.
I can relate to that. I like to smoke just to smoke.
Yeah, this fucking Marshall.
Yeah.
It'd be 2 a.m. Marshall show up like, hey man, y'all trying to roll up? I'd be like, Marshall, I'm trying to sleep.
Hell
Get
yeah.
out of here. Marshall be like, come on now, just got my doobies.
Come on, man.
This half baked motherfucker.
No.
So do you usually go dark or clear, Eric, with your wines? Do you or not? Ah, fuck, I can't.
Red or white?
Reds or white. I'm
What
fucking
what
tripping.
the hell is this dude talking about?
I
You okay
don't
there?
I don't like
When
any
you drink
room
wine for the
temperature-
first time?
I don't
Same.
like any room temperature beverage. So I usually just go with white because it's cold.
Oh, okay, that's
That's
fair.
it.
There's a lot of good ones. That
I go with white because red sucks. I mean, tastes awful.
I mean, again,
Who are
I'm
you?
not there for the taste. So if it has high alcohol content and I can drink it quickly and it's not room temperature, I'll do it.
Dennis, what about you? I know you
He
don't
would
drink
do it with
often, but if
wine,
you
but
were
not whiskey.
shut up,
I don't get it.
Dennis.
I'll do wine but not whiskey.
Yeah. Because because
You can't drink whiskey
can
fast.
fuck you up. Yes, you can.
Fuck no, that
Are you
shit's
kidding
uncomfortable.
me?
It
You
tastes like
watch me and Joe. Watch me. All them hoes.
No, thank you.
What the fuck?
No, thank you.
For the record, I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
once went what?
yes, you have, bro. On a whole fucking what's it called? 3-5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've never went, what the
Sounds like you got you there.
Dennis, I know you don't
Hold
drink
up,
often,
man.
but when you do drink, what do you drink, Dennis? You just go for
The
beers?
same, yeah. No wine.
Really? Are you
Yeah.
a red or a white?
He drinks fucking bong water, bro.
I believe it.
Fuck that.
Every
That's
time I be like, let's take a
disgusting.
shot. Dennis be like, "Oh, that shit in there." Wow.
You ever done it with pickle juice?
Picklebacks are the fucking best.
Dennis. What?
Picklebacks.
No.
What did you say? You say Nickelback?
Picklebacks. You take a shot of whiskey and then immediately take a shot of pickle juice.
While listening to Nickelback, gotcha.
If you
Okay,
really want to
no,
get
that's what you're
spicy,
into.
that's kind of how you should do
You
it.
put the pickle juice in the bong while listening to Nickelback.
What the
sounds
fuck?
Fucking
and
awful.
Take a hit and then drink the pickle juice.
That sounds
Oh my
fucking
God.
awful. Oh my god.
That's a photograph I
I'm about
don't
to
want to look
vomit.
at.
Yeah, I'm about to vomit.
Tune
Every
in-
time I do it. makes
Tune
me
in
laugh.
next week where we talk our trashiest moments. Drunk as fuck.
Ooh.
No.
Oh no.
We got about 5 minutes left. We go ahead and do our plugs. Call it a day. I got PP anyway.
That's illegal, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't really want to talk about MGK anyways. Fuck him.
Nah, yeah, MGK is
How'd you
ruining
do
the
that?
culture. I really hate MGK, and Eric reminds me of that once a week with some form of MGK TikTok. So
Yeah.
it's-
Emo girl.
Yeah, there you go, Marshall. How are you gonna say he's ruining shit, bro? Like, I mean, look at
Bro,
how
he's saving it.
because the way
Anybody
he's
who's
acting about
popular-
it. Like, no, have you seen his
What?
TikToks where he's like, "You said I'm not emo.
No, I
I'll
don't
act
watch his
emo."
fucking TikToks.
People have been stitching it and like duetting it and like fucking making videos on
You
it. But
think
he's
I'm
like,
on TikTok like that, Joe?
I don't know, man.
He
I don't know
posts
who
more
you
than
are
we do.
anymore.
No.
Anyway, but
I post and ghost on everything.
I need a T-shirt that says "Post and Ghost" ASAP. That's the
Me too.
slogan if I've ever heard it. But like he makes a lot of like crybaby ass shit on his like responding to people about it. Like he was like, "I'm not emo," and he took eyeliner and like started doing this, and I'm not emo enough for y'all.
I
Like,
wouldn't even
or, like,
talk about his
it's
personality. or
degrading.
nothing.
No, it's
Nah,
no.
his
music sucks.
The music does suck, but like if you're equally a shitty person, that makes me hate you double. Like you just get a double
Yeah.
whammy, a times
That
2
on
over
top
my
of the shit
head,
music,
saying
fuck
I
yeah.
fucking hate you.
I mean,
Like,
Fair
you can
enough,
have bad
fair
music, and that's like whatever. But you're on top of it. You're doing all this crybaby shit. Like that is not metal. That's not punk. That's not none of that shit you're trying to portray. You're just somebody who got bullied into the genre, and you're just an
Yeah.
awful dressed human. That just is what it is. I'm just saying it like it is. I'm
I
getting
don't
ready.
know,
I'm getting
bro.
drunk and animated right now. I'm gonna wake
If
up.
I
Stella.
ever, most of the people that I hear that have traction, like a Drake or like I said, a fucking a Doja Cat or a Cardi B or a
Doja
what,
Cat.
they're all the same, dog.
There's-
It's
Yeah,
all
but
the
they
same.
stick to it
They
though. Like
all
that's
fucking
their thing, and they
suck
do that.
ass.
Yeah, 100%.
They all fucking eat cheeks, bro. Like
That's-
they all suck equally.
That's fine.
Fuck 'em
And
all.
they-
Fuck 'em all.
They can do their
Bro,
thing. That's
they
whatever.
blow
But like
booty cheeks.
that's
Straight
like
up.
whatever.
They
Like
do.
what I'm saying is like I don't in that scenario. That I know where y'all are at, and I'm
MGK
not going
is
over
just
there.
one of those.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
he came
He's
in.
just
He
one of
came
those
into my
fucks.
room. He's
What,
in
your pop punk.
He's
bro?
in. He.
Are you that into pop punk?
I love pop punk. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Pop
fucking
punk
god!
is a- you
Everything
don't like
makes
pop punk,
sense
dude?
now.
You don't like pop punk?
I like
That's
pop punk,
crazy.
but I don't like.
Do I like
don't-
pop punk?
I don't like
Yeah.
newer pop punk. I like a lot of the older
mean,
stuff.
I'll
Like I like
listen to a
Story So
Blink-182
Far.
track
No, I like Story
every
So
once in a
Far.
while.
Bro, you don't
no.
like
No.
Newfound Glory, bro?
I fuck with. I like some of their old stuff. I, mean,
Like,
I don't.
If
fuck
it's
with
playing,
it.
I'll be like, okay, sure. But would I ever like listen to that on my own time? No fucking way. Like I'm not hating
Well,
on it.
it's
Like,
like-
it's
I
fine.
get you.
Whatever.
It's-
At least
it's
you're
like
playing
they
instruments
just-
and
they-
like
My
creating.
shit, but yeah.
MGK just
yeah.
released that song with MGK just released that song with Bring Me the Horizon,
Wait,
and
I
that's
didn't.
one of
What
my.
did you say, Dennis?
Okay,
I was like, that's my shit, but I love that shit. But okay.
attack your best friend like that, Eric.
I didn't know you were that into it, Dennis.
No, I mean just like some bands, not like every band.
Bro, I watch your Insta stories when I'm on there. I don't see any pop punk bands.
I've seen a few. I've seen it. Oh, bro, yeah, Dennis would be playing some of that emo boy stuff. I've seen
Does
it.
he?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Bangers.
Oh yeah.
Does he?
Oh, yeah.
Dennis.
but
Yeah, I think he's a Manchester fan. Manchester.
Well, to be fair, if I saw one, I wouldn't know it was a fucking pop punk band.
yeah.
Are they not? I don't know what the fuck they are.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. I've just
I
heard
see-
like an
Oh,
album.
I
Oh,
see
I
some
thought I
names that
seen
I don't know. So are those the pop punk bands? Maybe.
Possibly.
You never
I
know.
know, man.
I guess we'll
I
never
don't know
know.
the genres.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and close this bitch out because I got to pee. I'm about to burst. Anyway, you guys can catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/xsuperherojoex. I stream 3 times a week. I'm stressed out all the time. We're doing a lot of cool things over there. You should guys totally check that out. All right, Marshall, your turn. And I'm on YouTube. And TikTok.
Yo, what's up, you guys? I am Chiplet6, and I be fucking on nerds on my Twitch channel. You can find it.
At Chiplet6.
I'll pass it on to Eric.
Mic drop.
Don't watch my shit. Dennis?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't follow me on Instagram. It's definitely not what it is.
At Ekiscult, at what it is 98. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's episode. Next week, or actually the week after this episode has come out, we will have Dead Vectors on the podcast. Please come check it out. Hang out with the boys. It's gonna be a good fucking time. Looking forward to having more bands on the podcast. Be on the lookout. Make sure you check all of our socials. Check out the live streams. Come hang out. Come talk shit to us. You guys know what to do. Play the outro, Eric. Do it. This is Eric's voice. Pain.